I probably had the cleanest heart when I was a kid. All I ever wanted was love. And love from a partner, love from a girl, love through connection. And when I got to about 18, about to turn 19, I went through a body transformation. And I started to get quite a bit of attention. I started to finally start dating girls, get with girls, all that lot, and get some experience in that part, which I never had experience in before. And it was quite weird for me because obviously what happens is one of the first girls you connect with that you like properly, you put on a pedestal to an insane amount. And you almost pick up this idea of love and connection and what you want with that person. And then it goes wrong because you care too much about that situation. You care too much about that girl, that relationship, etc. You start acting weird like I used to do. I used to act weird, man. I used to double text, triple text, quadruple text, phone. And I look back at them days and just kind of smile because now, and I'm just gonna call a spade, I've had so many different connections and so many things with girls that I've went back into what I would call a Playboy phase basically again right now. I've had quite a lot of stuff recently, and this isn't me trying to be big-headed or anything because I don't know, I'm just going through life. I'm not like trying to brag or anything. I'm not trying to be like these guys who post it everywhere and anything, but what I'm gonna say is this way of life, instead of that deep connection, instead of trying to get a girlfriend, like I kind of had a girlfriend last year, it's so much more chiller and nice because I've got no expectations on me. So what I'm doing is I'm just basically seeing what fits in my life, and I preach for you to do the exact same. And this is what I mean by a Playboy phase, because a lot of guys will either not date or date. Why not build yourself up, improve yourself like I've had quite a bit, and then just see what's about. Chat to some women, date some women here or there, get with different girls, and just find what's right for you. And that's what it's about, man. That's what this life's about. A lot of people will tell a different idea about all that and say, you need to find the one. You haven't found a girlfriend yet. You haven't found a girlfriend yet. And then you rush into something that isn't right just because of maybe pressure or loneliness on your own behalf. A lot of times we get lonely, and that's why you rush into a relationship. But what I found is when I'm in this state of just flowing and getting with girls here or there, and I mean, just like connecting, like little dates, sometimes going to nice places and staying in different cities and all that, I start to actually enjoy my life. But I also don't get that commitment side that would make me panic as much, because I'm naturally got that anxious attachment style where I would get really anxious if a girl was seeing someone else or chatting to someone else. Maybe not chatting to someone else, but even if it was like a boy mate or a gay best friend or some shit, I used to get really anxious about stuff like that. Or random phone calls and stuff like that. I used to get really fucked up about that. And now I'm just in this almost clear-headed phase where I'm building my life, but alongside it, you need to be getting with girls, you need to be having connections, you need to be doing that just to stay sharp and just to see what's about. And this is the mindset that I want to preach to the young guys watching. I'm not saying if you find a girl that's right, that genuinely ticks all your boxes, to sabotage her. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is if you haven't, and you might be struggling in your dating life, build yourself up, get in the gym, build a good physique, build some confidence, charisma, chat to some people, start building yourself as a person, and then just start giving it a go with different girls. Just start chatting to women, start making things happen, presenting yourself better, and then just find what fits your life right. Because there's no right answer. There's no right answer because you got to understand there's 4.1 billion women in the world. So you settling for someone that isn't right, for example, like I almost did, where the connection was terrible. Maybe not terrible, at first it was good, but then it was like arguments and issues, and you couldn't even speak to each other. You couldn't even eat food together because someone's pissed each other off, or I've pissed her off somehow. I don't even know what I've done, but I mean, I must have done something. You no longer have all that. Now you got your freedom. You can date a girl here or there. You can go to this place. You can build your life. You can build your life more importantly, which is the main thing. And then see what girls fit in your life, right? And I'm not saying have sex with them all, because then you're going to tally up a body count. That's mad. But whenever it feels right, whenever the connection's there, learn how to persuade, learn how to lead, learn how to interact, learn the skills, man, because you don't want to be in a position. Because you don't want to be in a position where you just settle for the first girl and she isn't right. You have a kid with her, you may get married, and then it ends in divorce and not seeing the kid. That's what I've seen a lot of guys go into. And just take your time with dating, man. Just take your time and find what's right. Build your life first and start dating here or there. Being a playboy, getting with loads of women, etc. is quite nice. It's quite cool, kind of. Like, it kind of wears off though, the novelty. That's what I'd say. The novelty of it wears off. But at least you know that you can do that now. And that's what my mindset is. And then it's just trying to find different connections and who fits my life along the way, you know. And I'm sure I'll find someone that does fit my life along the way. And that's what it's about, boys. That's what it's about. Don't go from one side to extremes to extremes to extremes. Build your life and date here or there. Connect here or there. But just don't fall into anything too quick, because that is where I see people fuck up and mess up big time.